All right, so let's get set up by folding a few blankets. Grab a blanket or a towel. We're going to do my standard hot dog fold, which is a skinny fold. So if you need a refresher on how to fold this, you want to open up a blanket or a towel and try to shape it about half the size and shape of your yoga mat. About half the size and shape of your yoga mat, and then fold it in half from the shorter of the two edges, so now you have about a quarter of the size of your mat, and fold it again in half, so now you have a fold about the eighth of the size of your yoga mat. So we're going to do that with two of our blankets or towels, and once you have those two, we're getting set up for a staggered chest opener. So these two blankets are going to stack up, but not neatly. Rather, one is going to stagger back a little bit over the next one. So you're making kind of like a staircase, two little steps. A couple of inches of stagger. The bottom blanket should stick out a little bit, and that end where the bottom blanket is sticking out, we're going to put our hips up next to that closely and then recline. So our third step is to give ourselves a neck roll or a pillow. So take your third blanket or towel and roll it or fold it. My preference is to do a neck roll, so it's a long, skinny little roll, and I'm going to make a lowercase t shape across my staggered blanket platform. But you might need more height under your head, so prop yourself up with more height if you need. And then we're almost there. Our final step is to grab our pillow or bolster. All right, so we're going to start seated right up close to our staggered blankets. Not quite on them, but right up close to them. Pull your pillow or your bolster behind your legs, and then center yourself and recline so that your back is supported by your staggered blankets. Your neck or your head are supported by your pillow or neck roll. And then arms out as wide as is comfortable. That might mean for your body you need to take your arms down a little bit lower, but if you can, take them up a little higher and out a little wider, and you'll start to get a little bit more opening across your chest. If you feel at all any kind of distress in your back, then sit on up for a moment and get rid of one of your skinny rectangular blankets so that you're not propped up so high. So especially if you know you're sensitive to back bends, keep yourself down a little bit lower. One additional option is to scoot your hips forward in space away from your blankets, and as less of your back is taken into extension or taken into a back bend, you should feel a little bit more at ease. All right, so now take a deep breath in through your nose and a deep, slow breath out again. And do that again, an even deeper breath in. Start to slowly fill up your lungs as full as you can get them, and as you exhale, slowly empty your lungs out and try to relax into your props. Restorative yoga has a focus on supporting our bodies with these various props. In this case, a pillow, some blankets or towels. The floor is a crucial prop in restorative yoga. And so the goal is to use these props so that you don't have to work as hard to get the benefit of gently opening up your body, stretching, and making more space for your breath. So start to focus there now, especially on the space that you feel inside your chest and rib cage. And as you inhale, try to expand that space a little bit more by stretching open your chest and your rib cage a little bit deeper. With your exhalations, notice if there's any part of your body that is unnecessarily tense. and see if you can now start to let go more deeply. So take a quick little mental scan and check in with your back muscles and try to take your breath, your inhalations into your back a little bit, especially your upper back, your mid back, your shoulder blades. And as you exhale, deliberately relax your back, especially your upper back, your mid back, your shoulder blades, but your lower back as well. Notice how much more deeply than normal you can breathe into your chest and your inner shoulders and even down your arms. Feel that pressure of your inhalations lifting and expanding your wingspan, so to speak. And as you exhale, relax your arms into the floor on either side of you. Relax your inner shoulders toward your outer shoulders. Relax your chest, the surface area of your chest, but also deeply inside your chest. Relax as you exhale. Good. We'll take a few more breaths here. Even though this pose is focusing on our upper body, take a little scan of your lower body and make sure you're as relaxed as you can be. Relax your pelvis, relax your belly, relax your legs, and your feet, and your toes. Good. Let's take about 2 or 3 more breaths now. Keep stretching out the length of your inhalations and the length of your exhalations. One thing that this virus has done more globally is reminded us of how important it is to breathe, how crucial it is to stay healthy in your respiratory system. And yoga is an ideal way to keep your respiratory system healthy. Let's take one more now, as deep as you can, one more breath in. This time we're going to hold it in for just a moment. All the way, all the way, all the way in. Out through your mouth. Good. Bend your knees and roll to one side slowly. There's a little bit of a drop off your blankets. And press yourself up to sit. Alright, we're going to find our way to a comfortable seat for just a moment. So you could prop up on your pillow or bolster. You could sit. You can go ahead and clear your mat now. So you can refold blankets or grab one of them to sit up on, or a couple of them. Hero's pose is always an option if you don't like to sit with crossed legs. Good. All right. Now, once you're in place, take your arms down by your sides and pull your chin in a little bit. Sit up tall. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together just slightly without jutting your chin forward. And as you exhale, relax your shoulder blades and tip your right ear to your right shoulder. Then bring your head up again and inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep your chin pulling in a little bit. Exhale, relax your shoulder blades and tip your left ear to your left shoulder. Come back up. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. This time, relax and tuck your chin into your chest. Bring your chin up. Inhale, tilt your head back. Good. Exhale, back to neutral. We're going to do that again. So we start with a shoulder blade squeeze. Inhale, shoulder blade squeeze together. Chin stays pulling in a little bit. Relax and tilt your right ear to your right shoulder. And then bring your head up and gently squeeze back as symmetrically as you can. 2 shoulder blades drawing towards each other. Relax and tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. And then another squeeze. Come up and squeeze your shoulder blades. Good. Exhale, relax and tuck your chin into your chest. And then inhale, lift your chin and tilt your head back to your comfort level. Exhale, chin comes back to neutral. We're going to do one more round. So inhale, squeeze, shoulder blades together. Exhale, relax, tilt right ear, right shoulder. Good. Come on up. Inhale, squeeze back, open your chest. Relax and tilt left ear, left shoulder. And come up. Inhale, squeeze shoulder blades together. Relax, exhale, tuck your chin into your chest. And then lift your chin, keep the back of your neck long, and look up. Now as you exhale, tilt your chin back into your chest and hold there. This is to stretch and open the back of your neck and down between your shoulder blades a little bit. If you want to assist this stretch and make it just a little bit deeper, try interlacing your fingers on the back of your head. Not the back of your neck, but the back of your head. And then see if you can let your elbows drop down and the weight of your hands and arms give you a little bit of a deeper stretch. That might feel too deep for your body, so if you need to, drop your hands down again. But hold here and breathe and really feel your breath rising and falling up along your spine, but especially your mid and upper spine, up between your shoulder blades and into the back of your neck, all the way to the base of your skull. With your exhalations especially, relax the back of your neck, in between your shoulder blades, and down your whole spine. Let's try one more deep, slow breath that way, all the way in, and all the way out. Unwind your fingers if your hands are still behind your head and bring your hands down. Lift your chin up and take a few alternate shoulder rolls. Good. And change the direction. Roll it the other way. Good. And then if you're sitting with crossed legs, change the cross. We're going to do one more quick thing here for our neck. So drop your hands down again here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale again, tuck your chin into your chest. Keep the rest of your spine lifted, but this time a little quarter circle. Inhale, roll your chin over to the right. Lift it up just a little bit so it's pointed towards your right inner shoulder. And then exhale, bring it back down to the center of your chest. And inhale, swivel your chin to your left inner shoulder. Exhale, back down to the center of your chest. And let's do that again. Inhale, swivel to the right. Try not to rush, deep, slow breaths. Exhale, back down to the center of your chest. Let it hang there for a moment, and then inhale, swivel to the left. Lift it up just a little bit, pause, and then down to the center of your chest again. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, swivel to the right, and back down. And inhale, swivel to the left. Exhale, back down. Good. Lift your chin up, and this time 3 gentle symmetrical shoulder rolls. Good. Starting to warm up and loosen up some tension there. Change the direction. Good. All right, now we're going to set up for our next restorative pose, which is a sphinx. So we're coming down onto our bellies, and what I'd like you to do is find your couple of hot dog blankets that you had. In fact, all 3 blankets now should be folded, I think, in that hot dog shape. Yeah, we're doing it. All 3. All right. So that same starting shape that we used for our staggered chest opener, all 3 blankets or towels. You're going to use 2 of them, 2 of your blankets at the back edge of your mat. Your shins are going to end up on that. And then your 3rd blanket, we're going to bring around to support our rib cage. So now we're going to find our way onto our bellies with shins on double blankets and a little blanket under your front ribs. And then put your forearms in front. This one is going to be just a slightly little active sphinx pose here. So if we can, we're going to stay lifted. Now, if your back says, no, I can't stay lifted here, of course, lower yourself down, crocodile style. But if you can, stay on your forearms. This blanket is going to provide some support for your back. But if you need more support, your back is very sensitive, and you need to be drawing your navel towards your spine and providing more support with your abdominal muscles. Now, if you can, push the mat away and pull your shoulders down away from your ears. pull your chin in a little bit, like you're pushing the back of your head back an inch in space. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, rotate your chin gently to the right. Your chin should be a little bit low here, back of your neck long. Inhale, come back to center, pull your chin in a little bit. Exhale, rotate your chin to the left, and back to center. Inhale, let's do it again. Exhale, rotate your chin to the right, and come back to center. Feel the front of your body gently stretching open. Exhale, chin to the left, and back to center. Keep pulling your chin in a little bit, drawing your shoulders down. One more round. Exhale, chin to the right. Good, and then back to center. And exhale, chin to your left. Good, and back to center. Inhale. Now exhale, lower yourself down and make a pillow with your forearms if that feels good. You can rest your chin or your forehead. You could turn your head to one side. And we're just going to use this blanket fold to breathe against so that we can expand our back ribs and our back muscles with our inhalations. So inhale now, take a deep breath in and feel how your front ribs can't expand quite so much. So emphasize the lift and opening of your back with that in-breath. And as you exhale, relax your back body. Let your front body sink down into the mat, into the blanket that's under your ribs. So do it again. Inhale, expand your back ribs, your back muscles. Exhale, relax your back ribs. Relax your back muscles. Try to imagine breathing from your tailbone up to the base of your skull. And expand your whole back body with your inhalations. And exhale and relax your back body. Breathing into your back body here, a couple more breaths. It is sometimes not very intuitive. Many of us have formed patterns of breathing that are shallow or primarily use our front body. So play with this and see how much you can direct your breath into your back body as you inhale. And then see if that enables you to relax your back body just a little bit more on your exhalations. Let's try one more deep breath like that, as deep as you can. Good. Now lift your head a little bit. We're going to end up on our backs here. I'm just going to move my blanket and roll right onto my back. You might have to push up if you need to see the screen. You might have to push up and rearrange yourself. But find your way onto your back, however you can. If you need a pillow under your head, use one of your blankets or more than one for your head. And then bend your knees, lift your feet, hug your knees in, and rock a little bit side to side. Good. All right, now we're going to be on our backs here for just a sec. In this position, put your hands on your kneecaps. And inhale, straighten your arms and move your knees away from you. Move your knees forward away from you. As you exhale, bend your elbows as much as you can. Pull your knees and your thighs in toward your belly and your chest. So just like that, super simple. Inhale, knees move away from you. Your arms lengthen. Exhale, knees draw in. You may have to widen your knees a bit here to be more comfortable, so play with the width of your knees. They don't have to be super close together. They can be anywhere from narrow to hip distance to wider apart. And we're going to keep on going, these little pulses, really nice lower back massage, lengthening for your lower back. You're deepening your flexion in your pelvis. Just gently feel that deepening in your hip creases. Good. You may feel a stretch for your glutes or for your lower back. Good. Relax your neck. Let's do 2 more rounds, nice and slow. Good. And 1 more. Perfect. When you get done, set your feet down and roll to one side and press yourself up. Good. All right, we're coming back into Sphinx pose for a moment, just a little brief one, but this is going to be a little side bending Sphinx. So grab your skinny blanket fold again. You're going to take it across your mat like you did before, but you're going to angle it this time a little bit to the right. So the left side of the blanket angles toward the front of the mat and the right side angles toward the back of the mat. You'll have to arrange that once you get down onto your belly. So let's give it a try. You're going to, like we did last time, swing your shins onto your double blanket roll. And then adjust your blanket, your single blanket, under your ribs, but it's angled so that you can walk your forearms a little bit to the right. Forearms a little to the right. Now, you're in a little side bend and a little back bend. If you need to lower down to take pressure off of your back, then lower and put your head down. If you can stay lifted, stay lifted. Should be feeling a lengthening effect for the left side of your body. It might be in your back, might be in your belly. One option to add on, and this was going to make it just a little bit deeper, one option is to bend your knees, and you're going to hook your right ankle behind your left ankle, and gently use your right foot, right leg to pull your left leg in. So right ankle hooks behind the left, and then you're turning a little bit to the right. You can even turn your chin a little bit to the right. I like to pull my left elbow back against the stickiness of my mat to increase that sense of traction on the left side. Breathe deeply and breathe three-dimensionally. We're only here for about 20 more seconds, so it's not super long. But expand your left side of your back, your ribs, your belly, your chest, all the way around. Use your exhalations to relax, relax, relax. Almost there. Good. As deep as you can. Here comes your last breath like that. Perfect. Now straighten your legs. Scooch yourself to center. We're going to roll onto our backs again. So you can roll right over where you are and give yourself a pillow if you like. Hug your knees in and rock a little bit side to side. And then put your hands on your kneecaps and roll 3 circles around, circular massage into the back of your pelvis. When you've done 3, do 3 in the other direction. Good. And then drop your right foot down. Interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Inhale, straighten your left leg up just until you get a little hamstring stretch. And exhale, bend your left knee and pull in a little bit. Deep reflection on that left side. Then again, a little gentle hamstring stretch. Straighten up. And exhale, bend and squeeze in. Good. A couple more rounds like that. Inhale nice and slow. Relax everywhere in your body that you can relax. So you're working that left leg, working your arms just a little bit in order to hold on, and you're working your breathing. But relax your right hip, your right leg, relax your back, relax your shoulder blades as much as you can. Relax your neck and your head. Good. Nice little dynamic pulses here. 2 more rounds. Good. And last one. Perfect. Set that left foot down, roll to your side. Get situated for your second side bending sphinx. Roll back onto your belly, grab your blanket fold, and you're going to angle it a little to the left so the right side of the blanket moves up toward the right upper corner of the mat and the left side moves back and down. How far depends on how far you're going to side bend. So give it a try. Walk your forearms to the left. Your left forearm might even come off your mat a little bit. You're going to adjust that blanket underneath your rib cage. And then you could choose to lower all the way down and rest your head and let it be a little bit more gentle. Or you can choose to stay lifted. Now start to breathe, shoulders away from your ears if you're staying lifted especially. You might start to traction and pull your right elbow back against your mat and get really long on that right side of your body. And then you might bend your knees and hook your left ankle behind your right ankle. So we're targeting that stretch into our right side, and as your right knee bends, that's going to shorten your right side even more. Don't overdo it. Back off where you feel any kind of distress in your back. Use your abdominal muscles, draw your low ribs and your belly in as you need to, or lower yourself down again. But keep breathing now three-dimensionally, just a couple more here. You're not going for a Cirque du Soleil stretch. It shouldn't be your deepest stretch in the world, but look for enough to feel a nice lengthening on that right side. Deep inside your belly, the side of your waist, in your back. Heading into the last breath like that, as deep as you can. Good. And then straighten your legs, walk yourself to center, roll onto your back. Pick your feet up when you get there, hug your knees in with hands on your kneecaps, stir 3 circles around, massage the back of your pelvis. And when you've done 3, do 3 in the other direction. Good. And then drop your left foot down, interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Inhale, straighten your right leg up just until you feel a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Exhale, bend your knee and gently pull that thigh in towards you a little bit. Inhale, straighten up. And exhale, bend in. Good. Keep going. Nice and slow. Try not to rush. Slow down the length of your inhalations and your exhalations. Feel that right side of your back especially lengthening all the way down around the back of your right hip and down the back of your right leg as you take your hamstring pulse. Good. Relax your shoulder blades. Relax your neck. Last 2 rounds like that. Nice and slow. Good. And one more. Perfect. And then drop that right foot down and roll over to one side. Press yourself up to sit. Good. All right, we're going to find our way into another chest opener. If you have 2 yoga blocks, grab those now. If you don't have 2 yoga blocks, you'll just substitute your skinny rectangular blankets. So I'll show it both ways. Okay. 1 block or 1 rectangular blanket is going to come the lowest height, the widest way for a block, and then just as it is. That's going to be for your shoulder blades, so you can do one or the other. And then your second blanket or your second yoga block is going to come, yoga block can come medium. Your second blanket, you could add to it if you want more height under your head. So we're going to end up reclining with our shoulder blades on 1 block or blanket and our head on as much height as you need with your second block, or pile things up underneath it. So as we do this, let's see here. Okay. So I like eventually when I use a block, I like nothing under my head eventually, so just keep that in mind. You can grab your pillow to take behind your legs, but if you're interested in a butterfly shape in your legs, bend your knees, tilt your knees wide, soles of the feet together. If you need to grab a couple of couch throw pillows to tuck them up under your thighs to make yourself comfortable, of course, do. So your upper back and shoulder blades on 1 low and wide block or on 1 little blanket. And then your head on another block, as high as you need to. So prop your head up high if you feel any vertigo or any distress in your neck. But if you can drop your head back, you'll get more of a back bend. We're trying to target this back bend into our upper back rather than our low back. So if your low back is feeling tense, you have too much height underneath your shoulder blades. Go with a lower support. And then you might find, if you like a back bend, that you can take your head back to the floor without any support under your head. Okay, so your arms are out as wide as is comfortable. They might even come, I like to take my arms up into a cactus shape here, a little bit of a bent elbow, elbows a little bit higher in space. Good, now take a really deep breath all the way in through your nose and all the way out. We've been moving our bodies into a little back bend and then a lengthening in the back body, and then a little back bend again, and then lengthening again. So you may have noticed that that's what we're doing in this practice, but trying to encourage a little bit more spinal mobility. But it's so important to listen to the feedback of your body, because your back may be conditioned to backbend deeply, and mine may be conditioned to really react and tighten up and tense up in a backbend. So the depth of these spinal extensions, the depth of these backbends is very individual. So keep looking for a space where you can get a little bit of extension without feeling a strain. And breathe. Try to breathe here three-dimensionally again. Expand your chest, your ribs, your belly. Expand your back. Expand your shoulder blades. With each exhalation, relax a little bit more deeply. Deeply as you can. Good. Not too long here, about 3 to 5 more breaths. Let your breath be the most important component. It's in that rise and fall of your breath that you really start to let go of excess tension where you can. Good. And one more now, as deep as you can. This one will hold in for just a moment. Breathe all the way in, all the way in. Out through your mouth. If your knees are wide, bring your hands down, help your knees draw together. And then roll to one side. It's a little awkward if you're on blocks, but you can make it work. Roll to one side and come on up. Good, come on up to sit. And we're heading into our final pose here. So it's a little final forward fold. I would prop your hips up on a little something at least, a little blanket fold or a block. Good. And then straighten your right leg out to the right and bend your left knee open to the left. If your left knee has trouble being bent and dropping open, grab a pillow or blanket or a block and prop that left knee up a little bit. Okay, so now in the seated position, bring your left arm across your chest and grab above your elbow with your right hand. So now you're in a little half eagle shape. And as you do that, rotate your chest a tiny bit to the right. So you're now turning toward your right leg as it's extended out in front of you. If you want this to be a full eagle, you can hook your right elbow around and underneath your left elbow and double wrap your forearms, but this can be plenty. Just pulling against that upper left arm with your right hand. Good, so feel that opening, outer arm, outer shoulder, shoulder blade. Let's take another deep breath here. Then we're going to turn this into a little tiny forward fold. So as you exhale now, bring your arms down and bring your left hand to the outside of your right leg. If you can't get outside your right leg, narrow your leg in a little bit. Okay, now from there, pull against your leg a little bit, and you should still feel that broadening of your shoulder blade away from your spine, and bow your head. That might be where you stay, just leaning in, bowing your head. Or you might be able to start to slide your hand down your outer leg. Maybe you even reach your outer foot. Okay, don't strain to get there, but do bow your head. Do keep gently pulling just ever so slightly against that outer leg to help you twist a little bit towards your leg, to help you stretch that whole left side of your back, your shoulder blade, side ribs, and feel your breath rising and falling, especially in the part of your body where you feel the stretch the most. You're almost there. About 2 more breaths like that. As deep as you can. And last one. Good, and then slowly let go of your leg. Use the strength of your arms to walk yourself up. You can bend that right knee in for a moment, bend your elbows, and take a gentle little swinging twist. Good, just bending our elbows to get our hands out of the way. Good. All right, and then stop twisting. Change sides, straighten your left leg out and slightly wide. Right knee bends, perhaps you prop your right knee with a pillow, blanket, or a block. Now start with half eagle. Bring your right arm across your chest and grab above your elbow with your left hand. And then turn into a little bit of a spinal twist to the left. And if you want full eagle, you can hook your left arm under your right arm and double wrap your forearms. This is fine if this is doing the trick. So opening outer arm, outer shoulder, shoulder blade, and rotating a little bit. So feel how your ribs are turning. Keep breathing deeply. Relax your shoulder blades down your back, even as you're opening that right shoulder blade. Now we'll take another really deep breath in here, and as you exhale, unwind your arms, bring your right hand outside your left thigh, and if you need to narrow your leg, do. Pull against it a little bit and help yourself twist. Take a breath in, and see now if you can lean a little bit over that left leg. That might be where you stay and bow your head, or you start to scoot your right hand down your outer left leg. Keep gently pulling against it like you want to pull your leg to the midline. That should help you rotate. Right side ribs rolling down, left side ribs rolling up and back. And then you might start to bow your head in even deeper, nose towards your knee. You might end up getting towards your foot, but stop anywhere where you feel resistance and breathe really deeply, all the way in through your nose, all the way out through your nose. Breathe especially into that right side, your back, your waist, your ribs, your belly, your shoulder blade on the right. About 2 more breaths here. Good, last one. And slowly bring yourself upright. You can bend that left knee in or stretch both legs out if you like. And one more little swingy twist. And then we head into our final relaxation. All right, so stop twisting. Let's get set up. Grab your pillow or your yoga bolster to put behind your knees and pick something to support your head or your neck with. You might roll yourself a neck roll, or you might pile a blanket or towel or 2 under your head. And then anything else you need to make yourself comfortable and warm. When you're ready, come on down. Legs over your pillow or your bolster, a little bit of support under your neck or your head, and your arms like a gingerbread man or a rag doll. Come out away from your body, but down. Roughly 45 degrees is classic Shavasana shape, but your arms and shoulders might prefer something different. So adjust yourself a little differently as you need to. And then get settled by broadening your shoulder blades, lengthening your neck and your lower back especially, and getting as symmetrical as you can in your 2 legs, your 2 arms, 2 hips, and 2 shoulders. And now close your eyes and take a deep, slow breath in through your nose. And a deep, slow breath out again. So without excessively controlling your breath, stay connected to the entire path of your breath. In through your nose, through your sinuses, past your throat, into your lungs, out of your lungs, out along that same route, out through your nose. Just by virtue of you watching the path of your breath will stay slow and deep. Feel the way your inner body rises and falls with your breath. Feel your belly rising and falling. Feel your chest and rib cage rising and falling. Notice how much awareness you have of your breath in your back body. increase that awareness a little bit by paying attention. Feel your lower back rising and falling. Feel your mid-back, the way as you inhale, your mid-back pushes against the mat a little bit, and that is what provides a lift for your front ribs. As you exhale and your front ribs drop down and into your body, let your back ribs relax into the mat. Upper back and shoulder blades rising and falling. And again, feel how your upper back and your shoulder blades, as they push down against the mat with each inhalation, gives a foundation for the front of your body to rise up. You exhale and let the front of your body, your chest, your shoulders sink down and in toward the back of your body. Feel the back of your body softening and relaxing a little bit as it sinks deeper into your mat. Neck and the slope of your shoulders rising and falling. And feel your breath all the way in the crown of your head, rising up as you inhale. Relaxing, releasing as you exhale. And now take a deep, slow breath in through your nose. Fill up completely with that in-breath, and then sigh it out through your mouth. And gently start to bring some awareness to your fingers and toes. Open and close your hands a few times, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Wake up your wrists and ankles, a few little circles or half circles. And then wake up your arms and legs. Stretch your arms overhead, straighten your legs. Take a deep breath in again and sigh it out when you're ready. Exhale now. Bend your knees, bring your arms down, and one last time, pick your feet up, hug your knees in, and rock side to side. Final low back massage. And then roll to one side and press yourself right up to sit. Once you come up, sit up tall. Inhale, stretch your arms open. Exhale, hands to your heart. Namaste.